first day of the week, you understand. Per my own analysis, my own trade schedule, Monday I don't trade you get. Sometimes I can do my chart breakdown on Monday, but yeah, I haven't been able to do that yesterday. So today is Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing my chart breakdown. So whatever I want to be looking at here is going to be from the weekly time frame. What candle actually closes last week? Yes, and that is where I'm gonna start from. So yeah, this is the first day of the trading week. We start from the weekly time frame. Yeah, the reason why we are checking weekly time frame is just for me, nothing more than just for me to see what candle closed last week on the particular pair that I want to analyze. So this is GBP now. So on this pair that I want to analyze, last week actually closed what's bullish. If you check clearly, so this is last week candle, and this is the new week candle that's still forming. You understand? Before there was a push to the downside, and as you can see, the market is trying to push up again. It's trying to push it to the upside again now. So yeah, the last week actually closed bullish. So now we need to pay attention to some zones that market is actually approaching. When last 2 weeks closed bullish, last week also closed bullish, right? This is the one you are seeing currently now. This one. So this new week we are seeing another push to the upside. We are expecting, not seeing, we are expecting another bullish because these are not giving us a bullish sign for this week. The fact that we have spent 2 days for this week, this is the second day, right? So these are not giving us the bullish sign we are expecting. So probably this might be a retracement, just a mitigation, and market continue the push to the upside. So where is the target that we are expecting? Where is the next liquidity the market is expecting to take out? This is probably the one. Let's see. Let me use this zoom tools to zoom it for you guys. So yeah, as market clear out this previous high. So when you see the market is approaching a particular high, you understand when you see the market is approaching a particular high, what you have to do is look for the recent high, the next high of that particular move. When market is going up, the high, the highest point of that chart, like let me use this use this line as an example. Your swing high, look for the swing high. That's probably where the market is moving towards to. If you see market pushing to the upside, you see last week was a buy. Last 2 weeks was a buy. Market pushed to the upside. This week was last week was also a buy. Market pushed to the upside, and this week market has done a rejection, right? Probably a mitigation, and market is starting to push to the upside. So where is the first swing high that market might probably be targeting? I've marked this highest point. If you look from the left here, you see that this is not the highest point. This is the highest point at which market. This one wasn't able to take it, but now then again, you see this particular new week. New week has tested this high. New week has tested this high. These are the things that I always look out for when I'm analyzing the chart. I don't draw most of the thing. I just watch them. But just because I'm explaining to you guys, that's why I'm trying to draw something on chart and taking my time to explain to you. So yeah, I've seen this high get tested. So I'm still expecting another high. If this candle fail to close bullish for this week, that means next week is going to be bearish. But yeah, if we see a sign of bullish, I don't know if you are getting it. The liquidity resting above here from this swing guy has been taken out with this candle. So if this week, don't forget when we switch down to the lower time frame, we are going to be seeing some other patterns, you understand. But yeah, what I'm seeing currently on this weekly time frame determines what is going to happen next week and this week and next week. So if this week, so let's say now we now have a sell on Monday, we now have a sell on Tuesday, sell on Wednesday, sell on Thursday, and sell on Friday, and all this particular candle close bearish. So we are expecting a bearish, but that's for the next week. So yeah, let's go to daily time frame now. So this is the daily time frame. What do we see on the daily time frame? This is the weekly target that we are expecting, right? So yeah, daily time frame. What does last day actually closed? How does the last day closed? Which is on Monday. So this is on Monday now. This is Monday candle. Monday candle closed more like a doji because it's a very very close doji. You understand? So markets creates more like an indecision in the market, and before we know, I think the next push was a down movement. When we scale down to lower time frame, we know. But the current day, which is today, Tuesday, when Monday closed bearish, that means Tuesday is also closing bearish. So the only thing that we need to watch out for is this particular push, which happened today. This particular push to the downside after Monday closed this one. this particular move you are seeing, and probably might just did a little buy, and before you see market push to the downside, and market is trying to come back to, you're trying to push price to the upside. So this particular push to the upside now, where is it coming from? Like I said, from this bearish mitigation block. You understand? So does it actually reach the candle, the full body, like the candle body? No, it doesn't. So it mitigates this particular week. So yeah, we are still paying attention. It takes time for you to understand all these things I'm trying to explain. You understand? It takes time for you to understand all these things. So if you go on the chart on your chart yourself, you'll be able to identify all these things I'm identifying. So we are left daily. We don't draw anything. You see that we don't do anything on daily time frame. We don't do anything on weekly time frame. The only thing I actually note on the weekly time frame is the eye. It's just for me to see where the market is, but I don't do anything. I'll just delete it. No, don't get confused. So just for me to see the highest point where market go and mitigate, you understand? And I've seen the swept. So I think we have not seen the market sweep, like the liquidity sweep. I'll still be targeting that high. But market has already swept it, so it's none of my business again until market break it fully. You understand? So on the 4 hour time frame now, on this 4 hour time frame, hold on this 4 hour time frame now, what are we seeing? We are seeing different things. So now this is where our bias started. When I want to analyze on a daily basis, this is where I started. 4 hours just for me to look for the trend. So currently now, what can you say about this trend? I also want to talk in the chat. So I believe some people have already learned about chart analysis before, you understand? So yeah, we are able to see all the chart from the left, all the candlestick clearly from the left to the right. Those who are the bootcamp students, they should be able to understand what I mean by, if you are able to see the candle physically, you need to watch from the left to the right. So what are you saying? What market trend is? What does the market is giving you as the trend? What does market is giving you as a trend? And what are the things that you observe? Let me check those people who are here. If you don't know, I will know you. Those people who join, I don't think there are people who join the bootcamp here. So yeah, let me quickly show you. First thing I'll tell you is that market is actually at this region. You understand? Market has been moving. It touched this high, touched this low, touched this high. Market failed to touch this high, and currently touched this low again. So as for me, I would say this particular move is range. The market is ranging at a spot. So yeah, when market is ranging at a spot, you have to identify the fact that it's on a 4 hour time frame. Don't forget, you have to identify your support and resistance level. So this is the support and resistance level. That's how I accumulate my own strategy. You understand? I trade both SMC and retail concept. So there's a way I explain that, and I break that down in the my advanced training. You understand? And even I'm still gonna break that down during the June mentorship program as well. So yeah, so this is our resistance. Now, what does a resistance mean? Is like a price at which market reject to the downside. So when market reach here, it rejected to the downside to this low, and when market reach here again, it rejected to the downside. So yeah, for a valid resistance or support level, this is a support now. I don't want you to get confused. This is a support level now. A place at which market what bounce to the upside. You get, this is the first bounce, market push to the upside, and that second bounce push to the upside, and we are expecting market to come again, right? To come down again, bounce again. So yeah, what I'm seeing here clearly is a support and resistance level. So this is a resistance level, resistance zone, and this is a support. I don't want to take much time, but the moment I use this JPY to explain everything, so you just watch me analyzing some other pairs as well. You understand? Because we do not have much time. So yeah, currently now GPGPY has tested a what on Monday. Okay, on Tuesday it was actually today 2 a.m. GPGPY has tested the resistance zone. So for a support and resistance zone to be valid, you have market has to test it like two times. Two times, you understand? Two times. If it is three time, it's fine. But most of the time, if you have the fourth time, if they have the fourth time, it's my probably a liquidity pool. The market will later clear that liquidity. I've explained that to my students, so I don't need to like break anything down here. So if you want to also learn, go and watch. If you are part of the advanced student, go and watch the video session on liquidity. Yeah, the liquidity. So there's this external liquidity and there's also internal liquidity. So these are external liquidity. So as market has tested this first time, second time, third time like this now. So the fourth time we are expecting is just a liquidity grab. If market is not ready to break it to the upside, a liquidity grab and market continue to sell. So nothing more on that. So now what we should pay attention to now is this particular resistance zone on a 4-hour time frame. This particular resistance zone has been tested and we see a push, 4-hour push, which indicates a bearish engulfing pattern. This is a bearish engulfing pattern now. These two candles is a bearish engulfing pattern. So if you have not read my book, go ahead and go and read the Simple Trading ebook, which I explain the candlestick pattern as well, how you can identify a candlestick pattern, how they work. You understand? So go and read them. Simple Trading ebook. So yeah, that's it. So this is a bearish engulfing pattern, which indicates a sell. So all this move, first move, second move we are seeing here is a pullback. So we are still going to be patient. But now we have identified the trend on a 4-hour time frame. The reason why we draw this, I don't draw on 4-hour time frame as well. I'm going to tell you my analysis time frame. My analysis time frame is actually on 1-hour time frame. And my execution time frame is 15 minutes time frame on any currency pair. So aside the BTC and gold that I trade, so I traded most of them on the lower time frame. So my analysis time frame on currency pair is 1-hour time frame, and my execution time frame is 15 minutes time frame. I believe you are following me with this particular explanation right now. So yeah, now we have drawn the support and resistance because if I want to draw a support and resistance, it's only going to be on the 4-hour time frame. I don't draw support and resistance on minutes time frame. I'll draw them on hourly time frame, either 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4-hour time frame. You get. So now let's now switch down to analysis time frame. That is where we now start drawing. We now start looking for the break of structure, recent break of structure, the liquidity, the inducement, and every other stuff. So yes, right now on a 1-hour time frame, we see the market has been, we are able to see the candle clearly, right? From here now, we are able to see the candle clearly from our left-hand side to our right-hand side, right? And now, I don't need this, let me just lay this. And now, we see the market has been moving from this particular low. Market creates a high, a low, a high, a what? A low. Market creates a high, creates a low, but market failed to create a new high, and it's what? It break this previous low. So the moment we saw a a swing low that failed, it's actually going to be a market structure shift like that. The fact that it's on a 1-hour time frame, right? It's on a 1-hour time frame. So you should be expecting an inducement at least equal to this or 50% of this movement and a mitigation from this zone and market sell-off. But now, right now, let's see the recent break from this break of structure right here. From this break of structure right here is a break of structure to the upside, right? And now, this is another thing you need to pay attention to. This is a break of structure to the upside. And when this pullback is actually forming, when this pullback is actually forming, it mitigates this particular breaker level. This breaker level. You need to pay attention to every details in the chart. So it mitigates this particular breaker level. So which push price to the upside. So the moment a breaker is being mitigated, the next mitigation zone is going to be an order block, which is this is the order block right here now, the last bearish candle after the push to the upside. So yeah, this is exactly what happened 9 a.m. London session today. Price push to the upside from this order block. So this is considered as the what? The inducement, right? Now, when price failed to break this high from this push, this breaker block failed to break this particular high. You need to pay attention to every details. Don't just guess. It is not a guesswork. It is you have to see, you have to look at what is happening in the market and based down on your analysis, if it aligns with your this thing, with your setup, like with what you are looking for in the market, you take them. But if it doesn't align with them, don't take it. So this breaker that mitigated from here now failed to break this particular high, as you can see here. It failed to break this particular high, and it has been rejecting from this 4-hour resistance level. And this particular candle is a rejection candle as well that breaks to the downside. So now there are two things we need to pay attention to here. This serves as inducement for this breaker for this order block now after the mitigation here. We have seen a break of structure, we have seen an inducement. So we have seen the market has been going in this direction, but this breaker failed to break this high. Now we cannot consider this change of character yet or market structure shift yet until this particular low, this low we are seeing here, until this particular low got broke. But yeah, market is yet to break this. So as you can see from the 1 hour time frame, market is trying to climb to the upside, which is creating new expansion. So after an expansion, there is a retracement, right? Market is trying to retrace back and push to the upside. So we are looking to buy currently now. We are looking to buy on GBP, JPY based on this analysis that we see. So London session has created a what? A push. This is a push. 8 o'clock today, during London session has created a what? A buy. A mitigation from this particular zone. So far we have seen a mitigation on our 1 hour demand zone. So let's indicate this as our 1 hour demand zone. Since we have seen a mitigation, after we have seen a break of structure in this one, we have seen a mitigation, right? So the next thing is to switch to 15 minutes time frame our entry. So we are looking for re-entry from this move. This move has not completed yet. Let's go back to 1 hour. Let's go back to 1 hour. This move have not completed yet because market just mitigates this particular region and it started pushing to the upside, right? And yeah, before we can say this particular move, this particular mitigation is completed, is when at least market did this particular move to this particular high. Market will seek this particular let me delete this one. Market will seek this particular external liquidity, right? Market will still seek this particular external liquidity. So it's only when we see the liquidity sweep. Let me try to bring this out. So it's only when we see this liquidity sweep, that is when we can consider that, okay, it might be a valid break or structure to the upside, might not be a valid break or structure to the downside. That is when we can now say, okay, this particular move has been completed. It can give us more of it, like more of this move before the retracement, right? Or it might just do this particular one that we do from the beginning. So if we do the fact that this is still a resistance level on the 4 hour time frame, market will just seek. Don't forget, I said during the time I was doing the support and resistance level, I said that the third mitigation might probably be a liquidity graph. Yet when I was explaining that the third mitigation might probably be a liquidity graph. Yet so this is the first story, this is the second story, this is the third story. So the next one we are expecting is for market to seek the liquidity, take out all this liquidity distillation. This is 1, 2, 3. That is three boot up, like three boot up here. So market will probably take them out, and this might be the take them out. So we have to be watchful. We have to be watchful. We have to be watchful with that. The 1 hour time frame, right? So you have to be watchful. So now, we as a technical analyst, we have seen that market has already mitigated the place at which we will be willingly to buy. So if we now want to ride on this particular move, to continue this move to the upside, we have to be very, very careful, number one. Number two is that we need to be operating on a lower time frame now, not a 1 hour time frame again, because this particular move is still going on. We have seen how many consecutive candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the past 8 hours, market has been pushing to the upside aggressively. And the fact that this is a fair value gap, there is also a fair value gap here that is going to be attracting the market. So we are still going to be looking for buy, but that is going to be on a lower time frame. So let's switch to 15 minutes time frame first, which is our entry time frame. If we see a re-entry on 15 minutes time frame, we are going to take it. If you do not see a re-entry on 15 minutes time frame, we go to much lower time frame. So now after this mitigation here, after this 1 hour mitigation here now, you see the market has been doing some kind of movement like this. Market creates this particular move, come back to mitigate this and create another move here, right? So this is the next. This was the first mitigation a market did. The market mitigate this other block. After this range, market going for a while here. It break it, create an inducement. This is an inducement, the first pullback, and market come back to mitigate it and continue to the upside. So now this is another break now. On the 15 minutes time frame, is another break of structure. Is another break of structure to the upside, right? So if we are expecting market to come back and mitigate a zone on this 15 minutes time frame, it's going to be this particular level, this particular order block here. So you get, so we might see this. This might happen today, it might happen tomorrow. You get today or tomorrow, and market might decide to just leave it behind and go ahead and mitigate this zone. You get. So yeah, our first target is going to be here. If market come back, as the market is pushing to that side, if market come back to mitigate this, first target is going to be here. Second target, which is TP2, is going to be here. So a lot of people are going to be placing their order here, thinking that this is actually a supply level, right? Because this is another block, and this is a fair value. A lot of people are going to be placing their order here, and market find a way of taking out people's liquid, take people's order, hitting people's order stop loss before you continue the sell, even if you want to sell, right? This is a sell pattern, a bearish engulfing, and this is a supply zone, another block here. Let me draw it, another block here. So those people who are going to be entering from here, market might just give them a little profit and it's going to take them out. That is what manipulation is more about in the market. So that's where I'm going to be setting my own TP2 if this buy actually played out. That's why I'm going to be setting my own TP2. So I've not seen any sell pattern except this 4 hour resistance level. Except this 4 hour resistance level. I've not seen some other buy. So this is going to be my TP2 and this is going to be my TP3. So right now I'm still looking for a buy on GBP JPY. So I don't want to scale down to 5 minutes and start looking for noisy this thing. So far I've already saw one on 15 minutes time frame. I did not see this particular move on 15 minutes time frame. That is when I might just want to switch down to 5 minutes time frame. But the fact that I've seen one, if I started scaling down to 5 minutes now, I'm going to be seeing a lot of noise, like a lot of candlestick movements. But right now, this is the 15 minutes demand zone that I'm waiting for on GBP JPY. So yeah, that's it. So that's it for now for GBP JPY. So now when market now reach here, so people might be asking me what am I going to do? This is already my execution time frame. So the moment market reach here, I will wait for my candlestick confirmation entry. So the moment I see candlestick confirmation, it might be a bullish engulfing, it might be an hammer. So these are the three type of candlestick confirmation I always watch out for if price reach my POI. The first one is if it is a buy, the first one is an hammer, the second one is bullish engulfing pattern, and the third one is going to be a what? A morning star entry pattern. You understand? A morning star candlestick pattern. So those are the three. If it is for a sell, it's going to be an inverse hammer, which is an inverted hammer. You understand? And second one is going to be a bearish engulfing, and third one is going to be an evening star. So if it is a sell, so those are the three patterns. So any of these that plays out that shows where market reaches entry, I'm going to place my entry on market execution. So I'm going to be giving out signals as well. The moment market reach here and I see my rejection, I'm going to be giving out signals to my signal group. You understand? So yeah, that's for GBP JPY. That is for GBP JPY now. So I believe we understand this little explanation. So any this thing, other analysis I'm going to be doing is not going to be a detailed one. You understand? This is already a detailed one now. So we are just going to follow. We are just going to follow the other pairs. So we have seen the GBP JPY. So next one is ADCHF that I'm going to be checking. So yeah, we start from the weekly as we did, you know. So let's see. So the weekly, previous week, let's see what the previous week closed. Just follow through. You understand? The previous week closed bullish. This is previous week. This is the new week now, and we have been seeing a bullish pattern as well. So yeah, I will still be looking to buy for this week. So daily, let's see the daily close yesterday on Monday. Market close daily. So this is the bullish close, and today we have been seeing after this rejection. This rejection is actually a mitigation, and market has been giving us another buy. ADCHL. So now let's look at the 4 hour time frame for us to see what we can trade today. So the trend is actually bullish on 4 hour. Yeah, I called this trade last week. Last week Tuesday. Last week Monday was analysis. It got triggered on Tuesday and TP it on that same Tuesday. So it's a 3 hour setup, 3.15. So if you're in the community last week, you should be able to grab this setup. So yeah, currently now on the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing this. So I'm able to see all the charts, all the candlestick pattern clearly. But then again, this particular one that I draw, I don't think, yeah, if I want to consider this chart, I would say market has been selling from here now, right? Create a high, market create a low, create this double high, right? Which is going to serve as liquidity. The market is going to create this low again, And if the sell want to continue, it's going to be this particular region. Market is going to seek this particular region, right? Market is going to seek this particular region, which is going to be here. I just draw the line for you to see, so I don't do anything on 4 hour time frame. So yeah, we have seen the region at which the sell is going to occur. So the next thing is we know that okay, the region has not been mitigated yet, and market has been giving us this buy. So the recent price action we are seeing here is a bullish. Market has been moving from here. I just want to show you guys from here now. We see this breaker. This breaker got mitigated, and market create. Let's say it was a break, and this is a pullback. Market create this, and this is where I will be expecting to buy from, even if I want to buy. But this is a 4 hour candle. I don't do anything. So if I want to continue the bar, we switch from the 1 hour time frame. I already know where the price is going. One thing you should understand is you should know where the price is coming from and you know where the price is heading to. So if you know that one, that is a what? A directional bias. That's going to give a directional bias of what you're looking for. So you not just be looking at okay, you see sell, you click, you analyze sell, you see buy, you analyze buy. No, you have to wait. So far you know where the market is going to. So this is where the market is heading to. This 4 hour supply level. You understand? So we have to switch to 1 hour now to start drawing our analysis. So currently, if I'm able to see the charts very well from this particular move, after this buy has played out, so if I'm able to check this, I will see that this has been moving to the upside. From here now, we saw this break, market create something like this and break again, right? And break again. So I would said from here now, this was the first break. After the first analysis played out, this was the first analysis that played out. This is the next break of structure, break of structure to the upside, and then again, this is another break of structure, right? This is another break of structure to the upside, and I just want to delete this. So yeah, now when we have the first break, the first pullback, which is incomplete pullback, I'll consider liquidity. So this particular zone, I will say they are inducement liquidity. Even the fact that even break structure again to the upside, give me this thing that this is going to be an inducement. The market is going to come and take out if market wants to continue the buy from here. So yeah, this is going to be my entry point. Where if I want to pick this as my entry point, market has done the break and market has done a mitigation from here. So this is going to be my entry point now. I will just pay attention to this particular leg that okay, there's a liquidity resting here, external liquidity. But right now I've seen a fair value gap inducement and this is my order block. So this is going to be my entry. This is going to be my entry, the order block. My student already know the reason why I did not pick this one as my order block. When you go back to the class that I talked on mitigation and unmitigation order block, you should know that this is not going to be my order block again. This is where it's going to be my order block. You understand? So yeah, I picked my OB here. What you need just to pay attention to is that there are liquidity resting here, external liquidity. But then again, you have seen internal liquidity that's going to be this thing that's going to allow you to pick your entry from here. So yeah, this is going to be my 1 hour demand, 1 hour demand zone. Yeah, that I'm expecting markets to come to. Right? I'm a day trader. I don't watch on the trade. I wait. So I might just wait for analysis for 2 days, and it got triggered third day and got TP8 that same day again. You get so that's one of the reasons why you should be a day trader and should be looking at least 2 or 3 pairs. Don't be a jack of all trades that you have 7, 10 pairs on your chart. Even as you can see my own here, aside the gold and BTC, don't aside the gold and BTC pairs here, the only currency pair I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4. And out of these 4, I don't trade most of them. The only one that I know that okay, I always trade every time is GBJPY, and the gold is one of my favorite as well. You understand? If I want to execute, I'll execute these two. So it's only when I have this that came off like one sometimes few times if they come, when I see them, okay, he actually marked out all my entry points, and that's when I'm gonna execute them. And most of that, I share them on the chat as well. I share them on the community group as well. You understand? I used to share them with the community as well. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm looking on ADCHF is this. After this break of structure, this is my inducement, this is another break of structure, and I'm expecting market to come back to this 1 hour demand zone. So am I going to enter straight when the market reaches this here? No, I will switch down to 15 minutes time frame for my entry confirmation. You get. So what is going to make this buy invalid is if market leave us, if market left us behind and come back to the initial zone, like and reach the target that we are expecting for the sell to continue. Right? Don't forget the sell has been waiting here. The sellers has been waiting here. After market has grabbed this inducement, this is a double top inducement, which is a very, very good one to enter from. So yeah, we are expecting market the buy to end here. So if market reach here, if market leaves us behind and a reach here, we need to pay attention to details that is happening here. If it is a aggressive break, it's going to be a breakout instead. So this other block is going to be, I think I'm giving much information out for it. This other block is going to be a breakout block that we're expecting an inducement. You understand? And we pick the buy from here. That means buyer are very, very LD. You understand? But if this one doesn't happen, we need to pay attention to the sell from here. So yeah, I don't want to give much information for free. I didn't get them for free also. You get. So if you're part of my student, go ahead to that training session, training video session, and watch it, practice it, and it's gonna be like magic for you that because you are going to be getting it. That's just it. So yeah, we have seen ADCHF now. The other one we are going to check is USD. Let me check USDCHF. I don't really like the price action on USDCHF. Yeah, I knew because I always have most of the time. I always have missed entry, missed entry. I think I have missed entry from the past price action as well. Look at this buy again. I'm waiting for this buy again now. It took time. It has been taking time before the buy actually come. And even the sale that I want to embark on are still giving me the win. That's why I don't like trading USDCHF a lot. But USD card, yeah. You have seen multiple this thing analysis on USD card. I share it with the community as well. This particular one, 3 hour. This one was a 4 hour, but it got it out. This one also a 3 hour got stopped out. Yeah, this analysis was very very like it's very very annoying. The market has already done 50% of my movement here. This one that it did, the market has already did 50% and it got stopped out on break even. Yeah, so this was the only major loss, and this was a break even. So basically on USD card, I'm still up to R with this 3.3 R. This one loss, I have 2.36 and this break even. So I still have 2 R plus profit on this particular analysis. Yeah, that's how you should be able to calculate your this thing, your analysis. You understand? You're able to calculate your trade if you are able to analyze 5 pair. Okay, what is the result of this 5 pair? What is it in a single pair? How many analysis did I do? Like, is it 3 or 4? What is the result of my 5 analysis on this single pair? Am I good to go? Is my analysis working on this pair? Yeah, that is going to give you an edge that okay, if your analysis is working on a pair, you stick to it. You get there's even between that okay, all are like there's even between like my strategy work on all pairs, all market and everything. There's a difference between them to like compare to like okay, my analysis work perfectly on this pair. My strategy work perfectly on this pair. As for me, the coding this thing that my analysts work on is GBJPY and good. Yeah, GBJPY. I love them both and AUDCHF as well. Yeah. I could just pick AUDCHF as the third. These are my favorite. That I personally have do back testing, forward testing, like the my analysis, and I say that okay, my analysis play out, my strategy played out on them. GPJPY good and ADCHF. Yeah. And even this USD card as well as you can see. So what do we have on USD? This section is going to end in very soon. But currently on USD card, let me just give you a directional bias on USD card. USD card is selling. You see, yes, selling. Yeah, in fact, we have another analysis 4 hour here. We closed at 3 hour. Yeah, this particular trade give me 3 hour profits and I closed. Yeah, which make me to be 5 hour profitable on this particular USD card. Yeah, here is another one. I think I've done a lot. I've done this other one which give me 3 hour as well. This one wasn't mitigated. This was a entry, but it doesn't mitigate it. This another one that gave 3 hour. This was from the past. You understand? This was from the past that I've done. The analysis I've done from the past. I think that was when I started analyzing USD card. April. April was when I started analyzing USD card. Yes. April was when I started analyzing USD card. So that's the result on USD card for me. That's my result, and it's very very like uh it's a very very good result for me on USD card. I started April, yeah, April, and let's check it together. I might not be able to analyze it, but let's check my result together. So I think I've given you hints on ADCHF and GPJPY, so you can take that home. So on USD card, I've gotten first analysis 3 hour. This one missed entry. This another one 3 hour. That's about 6 hour now. This one was also 3 hour. That's 9 hour. This also 3 hour. That's about 12 hour. And this was as a loss. So a loss will take us back to 11 hour. And this was also break even. So overall, for the month of April and May on USD card, I've done 11 hour with my analysis. I've done not just like the back testing analysis. Analyze, I leave them to play out. Not all of it. I did not all of them did I execute. Yes, that's just the truth. I did not execute all of them. Yeah, you already know the best that I execute most, and I've told you earlier. So, but overall analysis that I've done with my strategy, 11 hour from the month of April and May, and that is the middle of April. April 11, that was when I started, and this is May. Yeah, June 3, June 3, yeah, June 3 from ending of April to like June 3. That's about almost 2 months. Not to 2 months. Let me say 6 trading weeks. Yes, 6 trading weeks. I've gotten about 11 hours, which is very, very good risk to reward. So yeah, that will be the end for this section. I hope you guys have gotten one or two. You get. So yeah. I don't know, maybe we are going to host live tonight. But the night live is going to be for the mentorship students. So if you're a mentorship student, be active 9 p.m. That's when you're going to be going live. So if you still want to join the mentorship, yeah, tonight is the last day of the payment for the June mentorship. So after tonight, you should be waiting for the time I'm going to give update on July mentorship. Yeah, and July mentorship is going to be 30,000. So this June is still 25,000 if you want to join. So that's just it. And see you when the chat actually play out. I'm going to update the group as well. You understand? So